Alright, so I'm back at it. This is the second part of the video I just made about washing a car, and I come to find out that the axle boot is damaged. It put grease everywhere as normal when they do break, and I think it broke one, age, and also being that it's lifted. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull it off and rebuild it. Basically just clean the grease out, put new grease and a new boot on it, and see what happens. But I'm wondering if I can pull it out without disassembling the shock. Reason being because these are adjustable, and I got it set from where they did the weld alignment. I mean, I could just line it, put a line on. I think it's just the top one that pulls it in and out, and do it that way, and maybe then I could swing it down and pull the axle out. That's gonna probably be the easiest, because I thought about just pulling the ball joint out and try to get it out that way, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work. I don't think because of the shock is still there, I don't think I could pull it all the way out unless remove the ball joint, disconnect the steering, the tie-in rod, and totally disconnect and totally take out the whole strut and keep it all one part. That's another option. I think the easiest is just to remove the strut bolts, remove the strut from the knuckle, and pull the axle out that way. I think that's gonna be the quick and easiest way. I'm just going to make some marks on here so I can put it back exactly where it was. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best bet. So let's get started on that real quick and replacing this boot. Okay, so the first thing I said, I wanted to mark these bolts here and make sure I put them all back in the same spot. So I'm just gonna mark it with this machinist pen and make sure everything goes back like it was. The main nut, that should be fine there, because it has a little spot. And I think that's it. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to break this nut loose first. Adjustable hammer. All right, so I know you guys won't be able to see in there, but I had to pull this axle out. It's not, as far as I know, I mean, I could be totally wrong, but for me, I used a crowbar on the axle trying to get it out the transmission, and it would not work. And I said, there's no way this is supposed to be that hard, so I didn't put too much stress on it. So what I did is that I put the car in neutral. I don't know if that matters, but I put the car in neutral, and I was able to just twist out the axle, and then I was able to pull it out. Now I know it's a little locking ring here, but you can see all the marks I did from trying to pull on it. I hope I didn't damage anything. I didn't hear nothing pop or click or anything like that. I just slowly twisted it out and it came out just fine. I'm not sure why. Just looking at the little teeth on there, they look okay. But I had to twist it in order to get it out. So if you're doing this, when you get this part out the hub and you're ready to pull the axle out the transmission, put the car neutral. I mean, it worked for me. Put the car neutral. You first have to get it the first pop. The first pop, you're gonna see this part here. And then when you put some more, you'll see just a tad bit of that, and that's it. It's gonna stop. You can't pull it no more. So after that, I twisted it, and it just came out as easy, like super easy. No pulling, no nothing. And as in for the knuckle, I just, like I said, I just undid the bolts here, and make sure you undo the brake line, because the brake line is gonna stop it from moving. And I just pulled the whole assembly down and popped the axle out of it. Now before, I had when I had took this all apart to clean it and put new ball joints and everything and brakes and rotors, I put anti-seize on the threads, so it slid out without a problem. So if you're putting it back together, put anti-seize. If you don't have any, probably put some grease or something, just in case in the future you want to pull this axle back out and not struggle. Put some anti-seize or some grease on it. So let's try to rebuild this bad joker. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is remove this retainer clip. If I could remove it. Or just take the whole boot off, that'd be even better. I have a workbench, but it's so dark in there you wouldn't be able to see anything. Ooh, look at that. It smells like grease. And gotta pop all these jokers out. You're gonna need like 3 rows of freaking paper towels. So I get most of this grease off. Alright, so I just finished cleaning up the parts. For you guys that don't know how to redo this, let me just show you. Well, you have these 3, at first I thought they were solid, but they're not. They actually like ball bearings, like bearings, because it's actually turns. But they only go one way, and that's like that. So basically with the cotter pin thing on the outside, and once you wipe all the grease off, and it just comes right off like that. So it's 3 of them. Also, it's a little retainer clip that's on here. So what I have to do is remove this retainer clip and put this in a vise and try to slide this out. So let me do that real quick. Unfortunately, I can't film it because, like I said, it's like really dark in there and you wouldn't see anything at all. Also, I cleaned this out. Not 100%, it's still some down in the corners. I just want to make sure it wasn't any debris or rocks or anything got inside of there, because I don't know how long that's been broken. But it looks all smooth. Like I said, I got most of it out. Just wipe it out, and then what we're gonna do is repack it with some fresh grease. All right. Back at it. I got the this 3-way doohickey thing slid off. Here's the retaining C-clip. Now I just have to get off the other end of the boot here, and let's see here. Let's see if I can get it out without stabbing myself. There we go. Whew. That was a joker there. So then we just slide this other part off like that. Wipe our axle down, make sure it's nice and clean. And there you have it. We got it disassembled. Now it's time to put it back together. Now I just ran up to AutoZone and got a universal boot. Okay, so I forgot to turn the mic on, but I was just showing that I put the little 3-way doohickey on, and now I'm just putting on the C-clamp. Trying to put that on. It was a little tough, but it wasn't too bad. Just use a screwdriver and stuff to just pry it back on, so we get the C-clamp on there. Now, once the C-clamp is on, the 3 little, I don't know what they call it, I don't know the actual terminology for these parts. The 3 roller bearings that slide into the cup, just going to slide them on there. They already got grease. I put grease all on them, and put grease inside the cup so I can, you know, get it greasy. Basically just put the grease in there so I can have it in there. So I stuffed most of it in there already. I'm gonna show you real quick. Maybe not. I'm just gonna shove it in there. There we go. And I had to get the boot. On the end of the boot, I had to cut a little piece of it off because it was just a little bit too long on there. So the next thing is to grab the clamps that come with it. Now I didn't use the smaller clamp because I don't have the tools, but let me show you the clamp. These clamps, you have to have a special tool in order to install them. The big side I can install, not a problem, but the small side I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to get it tight enough. So I'm just going to do the big side on there. So that's why I was pointing to the clamp. So that's why I'm going to use that hose clamp. I know it's ghetto, but it's going to work. So I'm just going to do the big side first, and then I will just tighten down the hose clamp, and it's going to be absolutely perfect. And just wipe my hands off so I can get the clamp on there. Alright, so here's the finished axle. There's the clamp that's on there. It's got plenty of movement, and you see I put the hose clamp on it. So I mean, it'll hold for now. Eventually, I had ordered the special tool because I'm probably going to need it. So I'm probably going to use it again because I want to remove that hose clamp. But it's got plenty of movement. It's very smooth. So I believe it's going to work. I mean, it's got a lot of travel in it, but it was so much. I hope I didn't put too much grease because it felt like it. I don't know, I may have it so tight that it has no air movement because when I pulled it out, it wanted to go right back in. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for today. We got the axle back in. I'm pretty sure I had the volume off. So when I check the video, if it's off or if it's low, I can just turn it up. If not, I'll just do a voiceover. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're trying to work and you got people constantly coming by. Yeah, I mean, people I don't even know. I mean, there's people trying to sell pest control and all this other stuff. It's a pain. So that's why I'm happy to have my little shop. But here comes somebody again. Hopefully keep going. Thank you, Jesus. So just closing out. Got the axle back on. Got the wheel back on. I think she'll be good to go. I did order that special tool so I can have it, because I know I actually needed the other time to pull it tight for those back ones, but they've been holding on, so it's pretty good. So I want to just, if I need it, I can have it and take it from there. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. We went over 700 subscribers. That is, I thank you guys. I want to say thank you so much. The ones that do watch it. I mean, I have my analytics is terrible because subscribers only have like 6%, and then I have 92. Was it? No, I think it was like 94% non-subscribers watching, and that's terrible. So YouTube is not going to push my videos at all because nobody's watching them. But the ones that do watch, I want to say thank you guys so much. And once we get up there to you know, over 1,000 subscribers, and then I'm gonna start selling the hats. Some of my family members got them, and some of my friends got them. But until we grow the channel, it's just gonna stay like it is. But I don't know if it's gonna grow or not, because right now it's moving real slow. Like previously, it was like 100, like almost 130 within a month subscribers subscribed. Now it's down to like 20 a month. No, 28. It was 28. So it seems like it's going lower and lower. So I don't know if it's because of the content of the Cadillac. I think I'm just going to go ahead and not film that no more. I'll probably just give you guys some updates and let you know how that's going, because most of my subscribers is for the Element and some of the other little things I do, but nothing on the Cadillac. I'll probably get like 30 watches on 40 watch on the Cadillac. Nobody really cares about that. So, but I got big things, more things coming up with the Element. I want to change it up a lot. I want people to see it and not sure what the hell it is. Is that an Element or what is that? That's where we going. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be very, very interesting. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to go over with you guys, but thank you so much. If you have any questions about the axles, which you already seen, I did it before, don't hesitate to ask. Please comment, like, subscribe. Until then, guys, see you later.